to another edition of That Show.
Yes, please.
With herself,
AfroFabb.
And myself, Night Atieno. Tunawaletea very muro topics today. And thank you so much for those who already joined us. Now on up we go Meshup Ruben
I'm diving immediately.
Priyank Vasani, Mudhaka Evans, Peter Majiva, and Dominic Kalia. I think that P is silent.
Naomba nione nikusaidie please. Pikalia.
Like Sicho. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us. Thank you for supporting us.
Yes.
Here at Galactic Productions, supporting that show, watching us, sharing. Thank you so much for your support. Because without you guys,
there's no us, man.
There's
no us.
Samara Wanjiko, who amejitumbukiza hapo
ndani, she
has thrown her hat in the ring, Thank you so much, guys.
Hata ya isabike.
Yeah, hata ya isabike.
Yes,
and
this
also
is good.
thank you to DJ Roy here, without whom, as our producer, we would be lost.
Tugeanza tena bila nini.
Kwenye malights ni ngoma nini.
Those jobs is playing, man. Kidogo shortly. I tell you, you're feeling some kind of good vibes, but
I know, me too. How was
anyway.
Your weekend? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
Morning, guys.
Good morning, Mesho. What? My weekend was Murwa. I had a new program running.
Yes.
We had a new fitness thing.
Oh,
we
yes,
had a fit camp on Saturday.
Yes,
Saturday morning.
Yes.
Turnout was beautiful. Those ladies checked in, yani na fujo, yani walikuja, tuliwaambia ati come all. They came all.
We said bring a friend.
They brought yani mpaka wajuku.
Naona hapo
it was brilliant.
Elvis Idris
ameingia
hapo.
Amejibwaga Ray.
Idris
Elvis Idris.
Do you look anything like Idris Elba?
Tunakubatiza. Lakini welcome to the show. Hata wewe bring a friend.
Yeah, bring a friend, guys. Start a watch party, Let's keep this vibe going,
Sindio. Ambia let's invite people. Let's share this goodness with somebody else, Sindio.
And talking about self-love, let's dive straight into today's
ndani yake nani ndani yake,
which is self-love.
Yeah.
I think often when we Anogada anasema hello.
Good morning.
Mami wa show.
Nakwambia.
I know.
Keeps us in check. Hey. Sorry for another day.
Anyway, talking about self-love.
Yeah.
Talking about self-love, like
Polly, I'm still inviting people.
A lot of times we talk about self-love, and a lot of us don't even know the meaning of self-love because it's like we think that it means just loving yourself, but it also means,
there's more to it.
To me, self-love means loving yourself enough to get rid of anything negative, loving yourself enough to do some self-development.
Yeah.
What does it mean for you?
Kinagaubaga, kujipenda. Kujipenda in the sense that this will sound selfish. I put myself first most times. Because when I'm down, I am down as Fabs. Yeah. And most times it's things that other people can't help. External factors can't help.
Yeah.
No. So kama niko vibaya, like in my mind, if I'm not sound, this is something I have to deal with myself.
Exactly.
So I have to know when to keep away or to walk away from toxic situations, things that actually get me in that funk. Unajua. So it's kind of selfish. Ujiweke kwanza and then you put others after you. Because if I don't take care of myself, I won't be able to take care of somebody else.
That's it.
Unaona. So if I don't feed myself, and then kidogo healthy and ku deteriorate sijui naanza kuumwa na nini. Unaona vitu kaa hizo. Like lazima nijishughulikie kwanza ndio niweze kushughulikia watu wengine na vitu zingine. Because you'd even find that my productivity in life can be affected because I don't take care of myself. I don't sleep enough. I don't eat enough. I don't rest enough. I don't work out enough. I don't. No. There's things you have to do. At least ujishughulikie as a person.
That's it.
Then you can extend it.
Yes.
No. So.
Because self-care also includes self-love. Also includes self-care. Because if you don't take care of yourself, then who will? If you don't invest in yourself, then who will?
Who will, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, Jipende Kwanzaa.
You
cannot give from
something
an empty cup.
Yes, you cannot.
You know,
Definitely you can't.
If your cup is half full, what have you got to give? The half that you've got.
Yeah.
If you give that, then
you can't give a full cup and you have half.
You know what I mean?
I will.
Because what have you got to give to the world if you don't
you don't have
first?
Yeah.
Like if you don't invest in yourself, if you don't educate yourself,
yes.
If you don't go out there and learn how to take care of yourself,
yes.
if you don't eat healthy, if you don't exercise a bit, if you don't do all these things, if you don't find time for yourself because you're so busy taking care of everyone else,
you're busy being busy.
Yeah, you burn out, and then what do you give? What do you give to your family? What do you give to your children for those who have children?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't invest in yourself enough to say that I am going to have some savings, because that is part of self-love.
Yes.
I am going to have some savings so that when times are hard, I can depend on
me.
Yeah,
I have a fallback plan.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that all your disposable income goes to giving. If you're all the time giving,
it runs out.
You know what I mean?
You burn out.
If you're all the time the person who everyone calls when they're in trouble.
Yeah.
If you're all the time that person who kako na shida, pigia.
Atakusort, pigia nani? Pigia nani? Wewe unashinanga ukipigiwa.
You know what I mean? Yeah? Then who then takes care of you? Because if you teach people that you don't need taking care of,
they'll definitely take it.
When you need them.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're the strong one. You're the one who always gives. You're the one who never takes time for themselves. So if you don't take time for yourself, if you don't invest in yourself, if you never say no, then what you're teaching people is you're the yes man, you're the yes girl, you're the yes person.
And you're the one who's losing out. Because the saddest bit is that when you burn out, chances are they'll let you recover if you will recover, and they move on to the next best thing. No, you'll be left there alone. So you have to collect yourself. Maybe you're going through that depression. Itabidi ujikokote ujitoe hapo. You're the one who's going to go for the therapy sessions. You're the one who's going to go through all these things by yourself. Alafu urudi ujicollect, ukuje ukue sawa. And then again, where are they coming back to? You again.
Exactly.
So lazima ujipende. Lazima ujipende. Like, it is not being selfish. You're just loving yourself and taking care of yourself. 100%. So that at least you have something to give when that time comes that you have to give to someone else. Because you're a parent, you don't take care of yourself. Those kids. I feel bad for those kids already. So, it's not being selfish. Ni kuchukua tu time out, unakaa chini, unajiangalia. Step out of the picture, look at the picture, then you're like, okay, this needs fixing. I need to sleep more. I need to eat better. I need to work hard. I need to plan my time better. So,
and also,
kaa chini
we have to
ujiangalia.
remember that when we do these things, our kids are always looking.
Oh, trust you.
You know what I mean? They're always looking.
Mirroring what you do.
That's it. So if your kids see you taking care of yourself, if they see you going to bed on time, if they see you waking up early and being productive because you went to bed on time, if they see you not really ever stressed because of financial things that would otherwise not be there, if you just paid yourself first, you know what I mean? A lot of us tunafanyanga nini, what's it called, we get our salary. Na kwa hiyo salary, every end of the month there are people who are waiting for you with demands.
Our salary.
Saizo ndio kila mtu wenyu anakutumia message. You know what I mean?
Nani aliumia, nani anataka dawa, nani school fees, sijui nini yangu imeisha.
So the thing is, even the biggest, we talk about business here on a Wednesday. And even the biggest gurus in the market will tell you, listen, pay yourself first. Always. You know what I mean? I read, I belong to this amazing group of African leading ladies. It's on Facebook. And somebody was saying that a lot of people cannot afford to buy books because an author came out and said, listen, even authors are people creating content for you guys. We create stuff for you guys. You know what I mean? So therefore, if we're creating stuff for you guys, what we need then is for you guys to spend that money to buy our products, to buy our books, to do all of that. Yes? Because for us to create, we have to first earn something.
True.
You see what I mean?
True.
So someone else came on and said, oh, you know, most people don't even have the disposable income for basic things
to buy
a book. Okay. So this same person will go and buy alcohol. This same person will go and eat out. Most of these books are, say, between 400 and maybe 1,000 shillings. Yes? This person has created and dedicated their lives to creating this content.
True.
You see what I mean? And then you go and bootleg their intellectual property. Yes? And it's about integrity. Because if you want people to come and spend in your business, then you have to be able to respect somebody else's intellectual property enough.
True.
You see what I mean?
To actually go and pay.
To pay for it. You see what I mean? So why are we so quick to say, I don't have money for books, I don't have money to go to a seminar, I don't have money to go work out. Somebody says to you, come work out for 200 shillings per hour per session. Yes? But it's okay, you won't do that, but you go because you have no energy, because you haven't slept well, because you haven't exercised enough. You're very easy to remove that 200
go buy
shillings and buy a
energy.
Red Bull. Or buy an energy drink. I won't call any of their names, but 200 to 300 shillings to go and buy an energy drink.
You would have paid for a session. That 200 would have afforded to do a session.
So you buy 500 energy drinks per week. In 2 weeks, you would have paid for a gym membership.
Imagine.
In a month,
for the month.
that's a gym membership. Yes, in some places. So instead of investing in yourself and buying a gym membership or going for a workout for that 200 shillings per session, you've decided that I'm going to buy these energy drinks that are going to go into my system. I don't know what they put in them.
Exactly.
Do you get me?
Yes.
So again, maybe instead of investing on some vitamins and saying I'm deficient in vitamin
this,
B.
These vitamins.
Because most of these energy drinks, it's vitamin B plus other sugars plus other
the caffeines and the whatnots.
You know what I mean?
Mashukari baya.
Exactly. So you find that hapo hivyo umejidanganya.
Umejimix wewe mwenyewe.
Exactly. You've invested in the wrong thing. So it's about educating yourself in terms of and self-education and self-improvement. That is all part of self-love.
True.
That is all part of self-development.
Because you can imagine a lot of us feel those symptoms like you're feeling kind of meh, and it's something you can actually sort out.
That's it.
Because you just sit. Dr. Google is your friend. Not that usiende hospital if you need to, but you can. There's some things you feel and you're like, just check it out online. Why am I feeling like this? And you'll get reasons. Oh, maybe you're inactive. Maybe you're this. Maybe you need to. No. At least there'll be suggestions on things you can follow. Exercise kidogo, eat less, drink more water. Unajua, like you'll always find an answer.
That's it.
So your research is your friend. Google is your friend. Fanya tu homework kidogo. Salo umeka hapo, aya uko YouTube. Hata YouTube unaweza research, unaweza uliza utajibiwa. No, so like take your research.
I think then the biggest thing is we talk about kindness all the time, but we are generally not kind to ourselves. You know what I mean? You
can't give something you don't have.
If you can't talk to somebody a certain way because you want to be kind, why do you talk to yourself like that? Why do you tell yourself you've put on a few pounds and in a very cruel way, do you know what I mean? You see, you would never speak to your friend. If your friend asked you, how does this nini fit? You'd be kind. You'd say, but the rest of it looks nice. You see what I mean?
Then saying the same thing to yourself. Sasa hiki kitumbo sasa hii ona hata belta ifungiki.
Exactly. But the thing is, when you say something to someone else, you suggest. Lakini unajua ukikamtizi na mimi utakuwa tu sawa.
Exactly.
Ama unajua zile chipo nilizokula daily maybe nipunguze kidogo. Have those conversations with yourself.
Achana hizi machipo wanapika na mafuta transformer zinakuharibikia.
Yeah. Have that conversation with yourself. Don't just tell yourself you have problems. Don't just tell yourself you've put on weight. Don't just tell yourself you're drinking too much. Don't just tell yourself these things. Don't just tell yourself you have money problems. Look for solutions.
Exactly. My skin is drying out because I'm not hydrating enough. Acha nikunywe maji. Like weka solution hapo. Usidwell ati guys skin yangu akini inaparara. Sawa, unaparara kwa nini? Kunywa maji. Unaona?
Forgive yourself.
Yes. Trust. Yes.
If we're so fast to forgive people who come into our lives and do all this stuff to us,
mess up.
why are we not
forgiving ourselves?
You know what I mean? Learn to forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself.
Start with you.
Exactly.
Then.
And learn to remove the negative out of your life.
Yep.
Kama mtu hakuongezei kwa life yako, ni kupunguza na punguza.
Bas, na haina haja.
You know what I mean?
Haina haja.
Kama haongezi anapunguza.
Don't waste my time, don't waste my life. We all have the same 24 hours a day. So usikuje kuwaste yangu ati kwa sababu mi yangu niko na 26 wewe uko na 22.
Exactly. Na kama mtu anakupunguzia, mtoe.
Bas.
You know, kama mtu wako kwa timeline yako na hakuna kitu anaongezana yeye vile zile vitu anapost nini. If you don't want to unfriend them, just unfollow them. Then you don't have to see all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because there's people who negativity too zukuja tu hivi thick and fast unakaa unashinda.
I know. Talking about negativity, we're going to be talking about next. After this commercial break, we're going to be talking about my room and I.
Yes, please.
Why are you taking Panadol for my own headache? Why are you having children for me that
unapalilia shamba yangu, please?
You understand? Why are you so involved in my fertility?
Is a sip my tea, okay?
Mr. DJ Roy, producer number 001.
Yeah. I could be instructor, I could be your guide, I could be the leader, we go to the Kumurongo. I could be your vodka in the hurry daily. You don't have to worry, girl, I'm looking for your love. I could be instructor, I could be your guide, I could be the leader, we go to the Kumurongo. I could be your vodka in the hurry daily. You don't have to worry, girl, I'm looking for your love. Don't even think about it, I've been there before. I wanna give you license, you take over the city. KGL, Menyeko, you coming for the money. Take it easy, don't complicate it. Be fat and simple, mommy. Take time, don't rush it. Girl, you know me, the movie control it. So whenever you like, we can stay up till the morning. Sweet lover, you're the only one. Pick up the phone, use the hands, sweet lover. I wanna look at you, baby Kitoko, Katerina. Say whatever you say, she's my new lover. I deserve her. I wanna look at you, baby Kitoko, Katerina. Hey, say whatever you say, she's my new lover. I deserve her. Instructor, I could be your guide, I could be the leader, we go to the Kumurongo. I could be your vodka in the hurry daily. You don't have to worry, girl, I'm looking for your love. These things I see you've been doing, I like it, baby, how you moving. You don't know you can do it yourself. They can when they can be calling myself, mommy, yo. I think about showing you to mama. Baby, you the movie, you can stay for longer. Know me how you did the moody weekend. Call me anytime you can come over. Take it easy, don't complicate it. Be fat and simple, mommy. Take time, don't rush it. Girl, you know me, the movie control it. So whenever you like, we can stay up till the morning. Sweet lover, you're the only one. Pick up the phone, use the hands, sweet lover. I wanna look at you, baby Kitoko, Katerina. Say whatever you say, she's my new lover. I deserve her. I wanna look at you, baby Kitoko, Katerina. Hey, say whatever you say, she's my new lover. I deserve her.
let your soul feel this harmony. Push it closer, call it a zoom. Let me ignite every part of you. Spell it out, mama, tell me what you're feeling. Let my actions be what you're thinking.
Cause it tastes like sugar and spice and everything nice. Close your eyes, I'll make you realize you're winning in life, yeah. You're winning in life. You taste like sugar and spice and everything nice. Close your eyes, I'll make you realize you're winning in life, yeah. You're winning in life.
Baby, you can call me a Superman. Chochote utataka nitakupa man. You're my girl.
Call me your number one. Baby, you can call me a supergirl. Chochote unataka nitakupa, nitakupa. You're my man. I wanna climb to the top of the mountain. Let you cruise on this endless sea. Open up the windows to your soul. I want you to see what you do to me. Watch my spirit melt into your arms. Freeze this time so we'll never be apart, baby. I know you're comfortable under my skin, so don't let go. Pull me close, let the energy flow from my head to my toes. Like this split, let's get lit. Wake back up, then we do it again, baby.
Call me a number one. Baby, you can call me a Superman. Chochote utataka nitakupa man. You're my girl.
Call me your number one.
Mimi ukiniimbia hivyo ninakupatia title deed, ninakupatia logbook, ninakupatia mpaka key za gate ya nyuma. Kai, my friend. Lakini tu bado niimbia hivyo, lakini utaenda hizo vitu zote unasema usiseme na kuenda.
Poleni sana. Sound yetu ni kama
Ilikuwa ina chase. Ilikuwa ina chase.
Unanisikia kweli? Siko?
Uko mbali.
Leo ni kama
Huyo. She has
Leo
arrived.
ni-
She has
I have
arrived.
joined the party.
Good morning, people. Good now.
Good
people.
morning, good now. Poleni
Welcome.
sana. My sound
to
was
that show.
a bit lost. Welcome to that show here at Galactic Productions.
Where?
Sponsored by Elixir Wellness.
Alexa, well.
Hapa Don Home Shopping Center.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Bali
yes.
tunapenda kujenga mwili.
Tunajegaga mwili.
Tunafanya panel meeting.
Na-
we panel beat ourselves into shape.
to shape that way to the beach.
That way to the beach and this way to the wait, what's that to watch?
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us and karibuni sana tena.
Oh man.
Wacha tusalimie watu hapa.
Where?
Kwenye Tamara Wanjiko hapo,
Leslie.
Anna Ogada, Elvis Idris hapo, Meshak Ruben, Tamara Wanjiko tena. Akach Bebo.
Eish.
Aneni bwana.
Eish.
Naona umetumbukizwa hapa ndani leo. Mama ulijitumbukiza.
Amejibwaga hapa niko na Loma Matthew, Avoga Margaret, Shiro Max, and she says, "Hey guys, awesome stuff always. Always a fun. Good to see you. Thank you so much.
Sana.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And Yani Elvis, thank you." Thank you for looking out. Kidogo alikuwa amenotice hapo sound
ilikuwa imechenga.
imechase kidogo, at least ametuhala.
Night Atieno alikuwa out of the party.
Alikuwa kule
joined the
kwingine.
party. Thank you
Yeah.
Elvis.
Unajua mkiona vitu kama hizo, if you see anything that we can correct on and nyinyi mmeiona na sisi hatujaiona,
Yes.
please feel free to tell us. Tulishasema we are here because of you people.
Yes.
You
100%.
you give us a reason
Yes.
to
Yes.
show up.
Karibuni sana.
Yeah, thank you
Anyway,
so much.
diving straight into the next topic.
Yes, tumerudi pale ndani. It's
My
Valentine.
womb and I. Guys, yes.
Look at my face.
I am looking.
Inakuhusu wapi?
Why are you taking Panadol for my own headache?
This my oven. Is it baking your bread?
This is so true. You know, like, and especially in the African setting, it saddens me when people over-involve themselves in our wombs.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And by this, I mean, we were talking about self-love and self-care. And let me talk about this. Let me not start from the point of view where people are involving themselves. Let me talk about from the point of view where it's seen almost as taboo to talk about female matters.
At the period
exactly,
is
a taboo. Like if you're sitting with men, you can't talk about
girls are
period
having
issue,
period
you
from
can't talk
9
about
years old.
issue.
So please,
Exactly.
why is it a taboo?
You know
Anza
what I
kuambia
mean?
mtoto. So
exactly.
These things
and
should
also,
be
what we
spoken
have to
about.
remember is we're raising, for those of us who raise maybe only boys, and we don't have these conversations with them. Now, your son grows up and has a daughter.
Yeah.
Let's just say, God forbid, something happens to the mom, or the mom bails.
Yeah.
So now your son is raising a daughter and doesn't know anything about female
girls,
reproductive system,
Yeah.
about how periods happen, how, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now this man cannot guide his daughter, or even in a family where you've got both the mom and the dad.
Yeah.
And as soon as the girl comes and maybe she's closer to the dad and tries to talk to the dad about these things, it's like, no.
Wait for your mother.
Go
Is there
talk to your
family
mom.
with the phone
Exactly.
looking for
I know.
auntie nanny
exactly.
or go to your grandmother?
What happens when your daughter starts her period, when it's just the two of you? How do you approach that? Are you going to look for a female?
Yeah.
You know, are you going to treat it like it's a dirty thing so that then your daughter has a negative relationship with her body, because now this is a taboo thing.
How you react.
This is something that I don't talk to men about.
Yeah.
What happens when your daughter finds somebody, gets married, is in a relationship, and doesn't know how to talk to her man about it, because her man has been taught that these female things we don't talk about.
We don't mention these things.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What happens when they cannot have children and they cannot talk about their fertility issues?
Yes.
Because these things are not spoken about in the African setting.
Yeah, because then again, just like you mentioned with the fertility issues, you can imagine when, say, a couple is trying for a baby, and they're unable to get a baby, the first person to be blamed is the woman.
Yes.
And chances are she's not really the issue, because they need to sit down as a couple, go and get tested as a couple to know where the problem really is.
Yes.
But because it's taboo, no one talks about the oven down here, and it goes ati hapana, I think wewe uko na shida, enda tu ukaangaliwe. Or maybe you have endometriosis, it's giving you hell. Maybe you have you just have an issue. But
fibroids, stuff like that.
These things, no one wants to talk about them, and the things that happen, the things that are happening out here. There's a lot of guys who are taking their wives to the hospital to get maybe their fibroids removed. And they get to the hospital, that's where they find out, they're being told, we need to check these things. They're like, okay, what are those things? No, because you can imagine, you just don't wake up one day and you're in pain and you need to be operated on the next day. It's something that's gradual.
It's a process,
It's painful, it's been there for a whole time. So you can imagine, you see your wife is there.
Suffering.
Suffering. And aujui usaidia. That's the time you check in. Fanya research. Muulize, babe, unasikiaje? Babe, what are you going through? What exactly are you going through? So that at least we check this thing. Let's work this together. No. Just take time. Again, Google is your friend. We have information kila mahali.
That's it.
Unaona? So if you see your person suffering, like maybe she has, you realize maybe she has heavy periods, she can't even leave the bed. Leave alone, leave the house. Uliza maswali.
That's
akujibu. Unaona? Because you never know when unaweza kuwa udem.
That's it.
Unaona? So it's not a taboo. It is not a taboo. Your fertility issues ni vitu ziko.
And also, for everyone out there, bleeding excessively is not normal.
It's a problem.
And especially if you haven't had like heavy periods growing up. And for guys out there as well, if you see that maybe the lady in your life is bleeding excessively, it's gone out of the norm. Encourage them to go see a gynae.
Exactly.
You know, make it, guys, let's normalize talking about the female reproductive system. You know what I mean? Because without the female reproductive system, and also the male, the men suffer less than the women, because we have a lot more hormonal issues. We have fibroids, we have endometriosis. We have a lot of things.
At least 70% of
your family. You know what I mean? But let us normalize talking about the female reproductive system. Let us normalize talking about periods. Let us normalize talking about these issues, because if we don't normalize it, we are going to have our sisters dying out here of cancer, of like bleeding too much in and out of hospital, because nobody wants to talk about it, because you did not talk to your man, your partner, about these things when you met. You see what I mean? So you've been suffering from when you met. So now even your sex life suffers.
It suffers,
Yeah.
Because you can imagine you're having your period for the whole month, and it's painful. You don't even want to be touched. You don't even want anybody to look at you because you're self-conscious. And
the guy doesn't also want to talk about it because it's taboo. Or because you think it's taboo, because you think you shouldn't be talking about it, or because you have a negative experience with periods. Because the first time you had your period, your mom made it look like it was a dirty thing, or your aunt, the person who you spoke to,
at the time,
or you had your
maybe
period
even
in
teacher,
class,
exactly,
and then everyone laughed. You know what I mean? These are things that we should talk about. These are things that these are conversations that we should be having and normalizing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because if we don't normalize it, we're going to be suffering more and more and more out here. You know what I mean? And also, ikituya, always asking the women, when are you going to have kids? You know, or asking a guy, when are you going to? It's none of your business.
It's none of your business.
You know what I mean? Whether they're having kids or not, whether they want to have kids or not, it's really none of your business.
Labda wamedecide wanataka honeymoon period 15 years. Inakuhusu wapi?
Exactly.
Unaona?
You know,
if you want those children, you go make your children and give birth. And unajua? Because every like we always say, every unit has their own plan.
100%.
No, it doesn't mean that at society, you guys have been married 3 years. Kwani you're not thinking about mimi nataka honeymoon period yangu mpaka ile siku yenye nda decide.
Mimi hata after watoto, honeymoon period should never end. You should still be loving your person. You should still bring them flowers just because. You should still have your date nights just because. And you should still really take care of yourselves and each other.
And the most important thing, discuss whether you want children or not. Discuss. Kaini chini decide, but like even make a list. Pros and cons. Babies do this. Babies don't do this. Deciding. Unaona? Because maybe ni mzito kwenyu. Ama maybe you just your maternal paternal nini
does not exist. You know,
because kuna watu wako hivyo baby.
Some people just don't want kids. And that's okay as well.
It is okay.
You know what I mean?
It is
because
okay.
Why should I have to want something that is going to take so much, like
life out of you and so much,
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Out of you. Then there's nothing wrong with choosing what you want out of your life. Whether you want to be married and have children, whether you want to just have a child and not want the rest of it, whether your marriage works or not, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know?
Whichever direction you choose, it's yours.
Your choice.
Because it's a personal decision.
You're the one who has to live with yourself, with your decisions.
I know of aunties and uncles who are brilliant. Yani, you're like, you ask them, how are you so good with kids like this? And you don't have your own. Niko tu sawa. And you get it. Because you can imagine, they're good with other people's kids. Yani, like, atamtetea, atambaya sijui nini, atamshugulikia. Like, they make good godparents and all that. Lakini for me to say my own. Ndalea tu huyu wako na huyu wako. And
it's
that's
not
okay.
for everyone.
No, and that's okay. Because umejisearch. One mtu mwenye amekaa chini akajiuliza maswali. They're like, na wacha tu nikwe tu auntie.
And also, some people know that maybe for whatever reason, and you don't know what traumas people have
gone through in
experienced
the past.
So for us to be constantly asking people of a certain age, kwani uliamwaje, you know what I mean?
This is how you look like.
Some people are born without even ovaries. So therefore, they're never, ever going to have like their own kid.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you never know what someone's circumstances are.
And you can imagine
it's a very invasive, exactly. It's a very invasive question. You know what I mean? It's like going up to someone and asking them, hey, did you have sex last night?
I know.
If you wouldn't ask your boss that, please don't come ask me about
when I'm getting married and when I'm getting children, please.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a personal decision.
Yeah, you know. And it's just it's intrusive and it's, to me, I would even go as far as saying it's disrespectful.
It is.
You know what happens with someone's womb. But ladies out there, talking about our wombs should not be taboo. If you have something that is not normal to you, because some people have experienced heavy periods from when they started having periods, and it's never been like a big thing for them. But when you're bleeding excessively for extended periods of time, when you're constantly in pain, then this is something that should be addressed. You should go see a gynecologist. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait.
And there's male gynecologists out there. Walifanya homework.
Nani hao?
Kuna male gynecologists hapo nje. So it's not ati ni wanawake tu ndio wanashughulikia wanawake.
Yeah.
So guys.
And if you feel and also like talking about gynecology, if you feel uncomfortable with your gynecologist, if you feel that they're doing something that makes you uncomfortable, don't let it put you off going to see another gynecologist, because sisi wote tunajua kuna mafisi hapa nje. Kuna watu hapa nje who are just there to take advantage of the situation. They just want
Discovery
to see,
Channel.
Exactly. So if you find somebody like that, if you're unfortunate to find somebody like that, and you feel uncomfortable, if you go and see a gynecologist and you feel uncomfortable, don't let it stop you from going to see another gynecologist. And for women out there who are already sexually active, don't forget to go and have your smear tests. You know what I mean? It's so important, and it could save you so much. You know, it will catch things like cancer like this. You know what I mean? Before they start spreading. You know?
Normalize
and prevention,
those visits.
Exactly. Prevention is better than cure.
Definitely.
It will catch things that are abnormal before they start causing you a problem. You know what I mean? So let's normalize these conversations. Let us really, this is all part of self-care. Let us have a safe, let us make it safe for our sisters to talk about these things. Let us make it safe for them to be able to, especially for our brothers out there, you know, make it safe for women in your life to be able to talk to you about these things without you flinching. Because that could be the difference between you saving someone's life and someone dying because of something that could have been
solved.
Exactly. And for those gynecologists out there who went into gynecology who are mafisi, I'll talk about you on Friday.
Kwanza, there's one who was Mulikwa, the best women in
I will
this
talk
Nairobi.
about it. I will talk about it on Friday.
On Friday
Hiyo ndio siku ya
tunaenda hivi
makasiriko.
round trip.
We talk about on Fridays we talk about things that we've spoken about in the week that really and zinatukasirisha, but
They
for
cause
now,
us to vex, Joe.
exactly. For now, let's just make this
If I may add to that period talking, that reproductive parts a system issue. Parents, fine, as much as you're raising boys. These boys go to school. Where there's girls. Trust me, ikifika your time when you're having the talk, the sex talk, uwafunze. Talk about it, because you can imagine maybe a girl is going to start her period in class. Teach them not to laugh at this girl. Teach them not to make fun out of it, because you can imagine already this girl is going through things. Or maybe even if she's just not begun her period in class, maybe batimbaya, like it leaks. Teach them not to make fun of them. Like, just talk to them, make it normal, because either way, they'll grow up, they're going to marry a chick someday, and this conversation is not going to be very strange. So let's just start early. Hint. And guys, uko hapo, uko kwa internet, nani, research tu. Fanya tu homework. Ingia tu uangalie tu kitu moja.
That's it.
Utapata majibu. Because you'll be surprised, you'll be like, hey, mama is always acting like this and this and this and this. What causes this? If you check, you'll find out, come this chick goes through this and that.
Exactly.
And next time when she's going through it,
you'll be more sympathetic.
Unajua.
You know.
Hapo ndo pali unatokea sijui na kikombe ka chai, sijui nini, strip painkillers, things like this.
Hot water
bottle. Zile za like, babe, unataka hii. Because it's a lot. And hiyo tu ita relieve at least your pressure from that chick. And now she'll be comfortable to talk about it.
That's it.
If she wasn't before.
Exactly.
So don't be like that. Just do your homework.
And on the topic of families and rooms and of children and things, let us dive straight into blended families. I got a message yesterday when we put up the poster for today's talks, for today's topics. Someone saying that we should show them a successful blended family. I think there are very, very, very many types of families out there, and this is where I mean, talking about wombs and being and fertility and being able to have children or not, and choosing to have your own biological children as opposed to maybe adopting children and stuff like this. I mean, families are made of all types of arrangements. You know, we've got polygamous families that work perfectly.
Seamless. Nakwambia transition.
Exactly. Because I think in families, it's all about communication.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
If you communicate well, if you go out there and have a child by someone else, if you're a woman, I think number one, it's very wrong to let another man raise another man's child without telling them.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Give that person the honesty and respect them enough to tell them that I went out, I stepped out, I made a mistake, but I still want a relationship to work. This child might or might not be yours. In this day of DNA, it's very easy to know whether this child is this person's or not. Whether you want to be honest up front with this person or not about your cheating, that's on you. You know what I mean? Because if you're in a monogamous relationship and the terms and conditions are, stay within the confines of that relationship. And if you step out and have a child out there, let this person know. Because when the chickens come home to roost, then kuna kwanga na shida hapo. You know what I mean? But if this man steps up and says, I'm willing to take that child on my own, to take that child on and have it as my own, then you can have that family together. You know?
Honesty, communication is key. Because the moment you keep quiet about it, and then the child is growing, and then unaona vitu, you're like, hey. Lakini huyu na Brayo wanafanana. Panachana na yeye ni ati anafana watu wasaidia kina madhe. Then the next time unasahau anafana wasaidia watu kina fadhe. Then kidogo shortly, maybe God forbid, you have to go to hospital, and then blood is required. Alafu he can't
he can be that guy's child. What he can't say because he can't say can be just as a difference of blood group, which even mother and child, there are mothers who can donate to their children. So that that can be a thing. So it's not about the donation so much. It's about this blood group and this blood group. There's no way that they can have this blood group.
Unaona? Alafu ifike sasa that awkward moment that now you have to invite the dad to come and help. Alafu kuna kwa na ile.
And you never said this child is probably 16.
For 16 so years. Now there's the dad who's been raising this child. There's that child. Because you have to explain at some point. Then now there's the dad. Maybe sister now the biological dad. Ni watu watatu.
100%.
Hii ni noma yenye ungesort
mapema. Paternity court. Hapo ndo utajua kuna wase uchezo hapa nje. You know,
it's a problem.
No. He must be the dad. Okay, you brought 3 people already.
Imagine.
So who's the father? Okay, maybe one other person. That person is also not the dad. Anyway, we are digressing. What I'm saying is, out here there are families that are blended. There are families that are formed of different people. You find this person had children. This other person had children before they met. And they come together and they're honest about their situations. And so therefore they build this really successful blended family because everyone knows. You know, this is itabia ya nilienda nikaficha mtoto kwetu. Wewe ujui niko na mtoto until 5 years later. Exactly. That's it. Until 5 years later when we are getting married and then I say, I want my child to come and live with us. I didn't know you had a child.
You didn't tell me
and
from
I probably
day
would never have had a problem with the fact that you had a child if you hadn't lied to me. You know what I mean?
Communication.
Communication.
Exactly.
Love me enough and respect me enough and trust me enough to make the choice that you hope that I will make when I tell you my truth. You know what I mean? And when we have these families, I remember I can give Caroline Kenyana asked what to show her something that is successful. I have a very good example, my own example. When I came back to Kenya, my baby daddy, he lives here, my ex-husband. And we decided that because his house is closer to the school and it's that side of town, our son was going to go and live with him.
Yeah.
But he's married with other children.
Yes.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So my son now had to walk into another family. Had I not raised him to be open-minded and to just take everything in his stride, there would have been a problem. Had I made it like every time he came and told me, oh, my sisters are being so annoying, I'm like, oi, why are your children annoying my child? Do you see what I mean?
Bruh, those are your sisters.
Exactly.
Deal with it.
Deal with it.
Your younger siblings are put here to annoy you. So
exactly, because he's used to being just an only child. Yeah. So there's a way he's used to his things going. He's used to being just with me. So no other person in our family. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's about having, again, it's about communication, honesty. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yes. I always knew my ex-husband was married to someone else with other kids. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? My son knew that he had other siblings. Yes. You see what I mean? Yeah. So when he walked into this situation, he'd already been going to visit them and stuff like that. Many people then were like, oh, do you even know where they live? Have you ever been into that house? Blah, 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 blah. Do you know where he's sleeping?
Exactly.
I'm like, guys, listen, that's his father. Yeah. And this is where we go wrong. Yeah. We start scoring points. Yeah. You see what I mean? Yeah. We start scoring points.
Because you don't have any sinister motives.
Exactly.
You're trying to turn these two against each other.
That's it.
For what?
Exactly. For me, this lady who lives with my son is an amazing human being just for letting him live with
I know, them. And treat him like the rest of the kids. So
you know what I mean?
What more would you ask
That's
for?
it. So for me, it's a lot of times we create this disharmony in our families by not being honest, by demanding too much, by asking too much of the other family. Yeah. Once you decide that you're going to have a child with somebody, you break up with that somebody. That somebody moves on, but you decide to co-parent. Yeah. It means that you need to find a way of creating a situation that is as harmonious as possible.
Exactly. Because like we always say, it stopped being about you when you gave birth to that child.
That's it.
You brought on another human being. It's not about you.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be poisoning this child and bringing all this bile and hate.
That's it.
For what?
Yeah.
For what? Because you can imagine in the future, this child is going to grow up. He's going to start a family of his or her own.
Yes.
Imagine without foundation.
Yes.
He's going to carry it into the next.
Yes.
So no, make it work for that child.
100%.
And by making it work doesn't mean I stayed for the kids. It's okay. Stay on your side. Yeah. Your partner stays on their side. When you meet, like, try and make it work for this child. Achani iyo vita.
Exactly.
It's not impossible. Communication. At the end of the day, communication carries the day. Kwa sababu, like, okay, there's a lot of families here, extended families wako wengi, lakini walifunzwa kuchukiana juu baba yako alifanya, mama yako alifanya, haifai. Because and then again, if you have children with somebody who you know maybe in their past relationship had children, tafuta vile unaweza unganisha watu. Let them know they have other siblings so that at least when they meet, watu wasioane juu. There's a program we saw. The brother and sister kidogo were hooking up, after wamekosanishwa ndo wanakuja wanajua by the way si brother yako.
That's it.
But you can imagine the
dad was cheating.
Exactly.
So he thought that the person who he was cheating with had a child by him. Yeah. And then kumbe his wife also stepped up nje alipiga side step hivi lakini hakukanyaga nje wanjo sana. Alipiga akaona
exactly.
Wacha nirudi. You know what I mean?
Imagine
so now there was an outside child there and there's this child in the house. Then they met and started having a relationship. Yeah. But there was a very strong chance that they could have been sister and brother.
Yes. You know imagine. What I mean? Me, I've heard of guys ati watu wamekutana pale nje zile za like wewe ulikuwa UK.
Yeah.
Wewe mwingine labda alikuwa maybe States. Kidogo amekuja amekutana. Now you pendana. Have at first alafu unajua damu uvutana. You're like this person.
Yes.
Yeah, so these guys got together nini kidogo shortly they hook up, they have children.
Yes.
So they decide because I mean, sometimes coming from uko nje, coming back home, kidogo inakuwa issue.
Yeah.
But mnajua tu, we got married. So
That's
they
it.
come home,
Yes.
their families are meeting.
Yes.
Best ya mind, at the airport.
Ayo ni kufaint tu.
Watu walianguka hivi, ilikuwa ni kama Pastor Nganga alipita akapiga watu hivi.
Hiyo ni kufaint.
Imagine, already kuna wajukuu,
Yes.
your children are married.
Yes.
Hey, my friend. Boss, ambianeni tu. Ukijua tu mtu wako ako na watoto hapo nje, just try and find out about them.
That's it.
And it's not about you.
Yes.
Like sitayacha kusema, it's not about you. It's about the kids, so that at least these kids, because maybe uko na tudem na utu tudem tunakupatia ngapi, shall we want a brother? Okay,
Yes.
by them kona brother mahali.
That's it.
Ndio huyu hapa.
Make it happen.
Unaona?
Yeah.
It's not about you.
Yes.
Sort those kids out, let them know each other if they can, if it's possible. Again, parents, be nice, play nice because of the kids, because at the end of the day utarudi kwako, uyarudi kwake.
That's it.
Amtarudi kwa nyumba moja.
Ni kweli.
So it's not impossible.
Yeah.
And it's not a taboo again.
Yeah.
So
I just think, as you say, it's about communication.
communication, yes.
You know what I mean? If two people, if all parties involved were step siblings, stepmothers,
Yes.
whether someone stepped out on you or not,
Yeah.
that's just by the way.
Uliko sana.
You know what I mean?
Ilisha, unaona? Iyo
Exactly.
ilisha, sawa. Like start something new.
That's
Elsewhere, the children are not a problem.
Yeah.
Ushanaola toyola nyonendanga kujuana ati ni sister na brother kwa shule. Mnaitwa register, unasikia nani Onyango? Mwingine Onyango, you're like, okay, Onyango za kawaida name. Lakini ukikaa ukianza kuangalia you're like,
Baba yako ni nani?
ama Parents Day. It's a problem. So tell your kids the truth.
Yeah. Let's have a commercial break. Let's have some music because we have an interruption in the OBS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ Roy.
We
nakwambia.
turoge hapo.
Ati mmeitwa kwa assembly, ati mnakuja mnajua na this is your brother, this is technical hitch. Inaitwa kuvunjika kwa mwiko, sio mwisho wa kupika. Chakula lazima iive, watu lazima wakule.
Ugali lazima ipikwe.
Habana tafadhali, werea please.
Yeah, we're so sorry about that, but thank you so much for those of you who are still with us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Ano Gada tunakusalimia tena hapo.
Hello, we are saying very, very much hi.
Kwenye the last segment we talked about blended families, and
Yes.
Tamara Wanjiko alikuwa amesema nini?
Some significant others guilt trip you into thinking that you've never provided that safe space for them to be honest about the other family.
Yes.
After they've been caught cheating.
Yes. So repeat that. Oh, okay. So they caught cheating, and then they make it about you.
But you didn't tell me.
Tell you what?
Ati kulikuwa na family ingine hapo nje. Ama like you didn't make it safe enough for me to tell you that I had kids out there.
Oh, okay.
So like
it's my
the kids tokea.
Yeah.
And then now I'm in and
foot in mouth. Night
mouth.
Atieno has a kid.
Yes.
I left with my mom.
Yes.
And then 5 years down the line, you've asked me to marry you.
Yeah.
And then I say to you, oh, by the way, I have a kid. And then I make it like I never felt safe enough to tell you about the kid.
There's no way I could tell you about the kid.
I know. There was never a right time.
So now it's my fault.
Okay, because you're the bad person who never made it safe for me to make you.
Yes.
So basically,
Maybe
it's
the
about
villain,
you.
Sasa.
Yeah. So I make it about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
you never gave me the chance. I didn't trust you enough to. We're getting married.
Yeah, but
how
I'm
we
like,
getting married?
Exactly. For me, the thing is, as soon as it doesn't matter if you sleep together the first night, the second night, 2 months down the line, 5 months down the line, if you follow that think like a man thing, I don't care what you
3
follow.
dates.
But
6
the
dates.
fact that you have decided to be
With
close
this
enough
person,
to be with this person, to lay down with them and decide to be in a relationship, you should be
Bear
honest. Exactly.
Yes.
And say, I have a kid out there. You know what I mean?
I have a friend of mine who introduces herself like that.
No,
Hi,
it's not.
my name is She.
Yeah.
I'm a mother of one.
Me, I have a child and I don't want any more.
Bas. Unajua?
Yeah.
Put your cards on the table. Weka na box, weka na mpaka risiti shauri yako.
I
Unajua?
always say, give respect that person enough
To tell them the truth.
to tell them the truth, because to
Uambie
me it's a
situation
lack
kwa
of
ground ni hivi.
exactly.
Unajua?
To me, it's a lack of respect.
Yeah.
You get me? It's not just a breach of trust, but it's also a lack of respect for you not to respect me enough
Imagine.
to give me the choice whether it's you've decided to go out there and have kids with other people, or you had other kids before you met me, whatever your truth is.
Because life happens to everyone.
Exactly.
Unajua, maybe ulipata mtu you're not compatible and you decided, maybe it was a toxic relationship and you decided, I am walking away from this na ninaenda na matunda yangu.
That's it. Or maybe even you broke up with somebody and then realized later that you were pregnant. You know what I mean? And now maybe you can't get in touch with that person because it was a one night stand.
You don't even know their name. Oh.
And if your new partner is judgmental, then maybe that's not the person you want to be with.
Sure, you have no business being with that person.
If you're a guy and you've got 5 kids by 5 different women out there, but you found somebody and you think this is the person I want to settle with, you should be honest with that person and tell them, I know nimekuwa brayo flani, nimekuwa kevo flani. I know my brother is called Kevo and he's a decent guy, so I misunderstand kile watu sema juu ya makevo hapa nje.
The Kevos and Briars na kupigia stories kumoja.
Anyway, so moving on swiftly. It's just about that. It's about communication. Again, we talk about communication always. Anyway, that topic tumeiacha huko nyuma, maybe tutaongele tena on Friday kwa makasiriko. Hawa watu wa kuzaza mkidanganya watu ati huna mtoi, alafu a few years down the line umeshindwa kutuma do home, sasa unataka kuni-involve kwa kulea mtoto wako huko kwenyu. Meet me and the first night tell me I have a kid, so that najua pia mimi huyu mtoto atakuwa mtoto wetu.
Meet.
Exactly.
You have met us. Yes. You have come into my unit. Already yangu ni unit existing.
That's it. And allow me, respect me enough to tell me your truth so that I can make an informed choice. Do I want to
stay or do I want to walk away?
Or do I want to
and
walk away?
And it is okay. If you want to walk away,
it's your choice.
Unajua.
Nobody's judging you. And even if they judge, so what? It's your choice. If you don't want to be raising someone else's kid, it's your choice.
Exactly.
If you don't want to be involved with a kid because you never wanted a kid, it's your choice.
It's your choice.
You know what I mean?
Unajua. And then again, it keeps you from, it saves you from a lot of pain as the parent.
That's
it. You can imagine you get invested in this person. My feelings, they may check in from here to Timbuktu.
Yeah.
And then finally that day,
you
have to tell this person, by the way, I have a 6-year-old child and anaishi na madhangu. Say at a jump because probably chances maybe akuwa nataka mtoi ziko hapo.
No, maybe alikuwa nataka mtoi, but the fact that you've lied about such a big thing.
Because now you have to deal with that pain because this person is going to walk away and he's going to walk away kama hajafurahi.
And even if they don't walk away, even if they stay, how can they trust you?
Exactly. If you can keep something like this from me, what else are you going to keep from me?
Exactly. And this is a big thing. This is a child. You're hiding a whole human.
You
know what I mean?
You chomoed something out of your body.
This is how you start this conversation. My name is Night Atieno.
Yes.
I have a kid. He's 16 years old. I don't want any more children. But you're welcome to come into our life. It's really that simple. Wacha tusalimia hapo Emmanuel Bryant, my brother from another mother, karibu sana.
And Valentine Mwenesi.
Emmanuel Bryant is a very, 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 very good DJ. Ambapo na wishtu angekuwa Kenya angekuja hapa kuturoga. Kwa sababu msema he's doing big things. Go on SoundCloud. Check him out. You know what I mean? Emmanuel.
You're welcome to our show, Emmanuel.
Tutakutafuta tutacheza ngoma zako hapa by force by fire, my brother. By force by fire.
We're gonna link you.
No be by force, but mine is by force. Anyway, let's talk about single mothering.
Yes.
We're not going to talk about single parenting because single parenting is a bigger thing, and there are more single mothers out there than single fathers. So today we're just going to talk about our sisters who are raising their kids by themselves. Who are doing that double shift.
You know, when your mama, when your baba.
Yeah.
Security.
You know,
when your dereva, when your makanga.
For me, the biggest thing I would like to talk about it from the point of view that what we've just been discussing now about having that like co-parenting. You know, some women are not co-parenting because we refuse to create an environment where our children can be co-parented, because we refuse to be in a situation where it's safe for our children to be in a relationship with their fathers.
They're the guy who helped you make that child. The other party.
That other person who you loved so much once you couldn't do anything without. Now you hate each other so much and you're making your children pay. You know?
We always say, it's not about you.
Yeah.
Stop being about you. The moment you brought that child forth, stop being about ulishuka.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
So, selfishness.
You
man.
know. No, it's true. You know, like sometimes we say hello sis, scissors, colleague, amani, colleague.
Yeah.
Anyway, wewe Manu unaleta hapa politics.
Yeah.
Politics. Anyway, you know, like we talk about it all the time. Yes, there are men out there. There are deadbeat dads. There are people who they're like strikers in football. They strike a goal and they leave. They walk
left
away.
Group.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
One
like,
hit wonder.
Exactly. Yani yeye aliscore goal na kaenda.
Kama me left.
Yeye kazi yake ni kuambia watu, niko na mtoi, niko na kaboy pale, niko na kadem pale, niko na, you understand?
Mimi ndio dume, mimi ndio kusema, unasema nini?
Exactly. Now you don't know how to raise these children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like yeah, fine. So you've got kids. So what? Are you actually getting involved in taking care of them? You know? But I said this on Friday because tulikuwa tumekasirikia wale hao wa strikers, yeah?
Yes.
Niko nasemaje? Guys, there are men out here who are willing to step up. There are men out here who are willing to take care of their children.
Yeah.
But as single mothers, and I'm one of them, some of us are making it very difficult for our children to have a relationship with their fathers.
Yeah.
You know?
Why? But why?
Because this guy cheated on me and he has another family now. So what? If he's a decent father and the other woman, the other person, the other partner has accepted your child as part of that family, and probably they have children, and they now have this, creating this blended family, and your child is welcome there. Your child is always treated well. Your child is well taken care of.
Your child also always wants to go to the dad's house because it's treated better.
Your ego. Let us remove our egos out of it and do what is best for our children. Please, 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 my sisters. Please, I beg.
Atieno uchoyo. That Mama Wakambo thing, we grew up with it. It was a story.
Yeah.
Don't carry it on into this here future, present future.
As I said in the last segment, I have a situation now where my son is mainly with his dad. His dad has a new relationship. He has other children. They're learning to all live together and they're coexisting really well. You know what I mean? So if I'd have been the kind of person who was poisoning my son with, oh, your dad this, oh, your dad the other, oh, your dad whatever, you know, whatever it is that went on with you and your partner, that's you and your partner. This has nothing to do with
that child. Leave that child out of your mess. Salem na tukana nini uko mbali uko kwa kiwanja, msilete mtoto hapo karibu, because akutuma application. We always say this all the time. That child did not send an application. You lay down with your partner, created that child, gave birth, you're raising it. Do your best to raise it in a good way.
And also, not all families
raise another good human being on this earth. There's already too many bad things happening.
All families, regardless of whether you're living together or not, all families have issues.
All of them. Zote. Hata akina Jaden huko juu wako na shida hivi.
There's no perfect family. There's none. Whether you're living together as a unit or not, there's no perfect family. And if you're going to co-parent, we have to remember that there are going to be issues. But let's take it as we are part of one big family.
Big family, yes.
So that when there's an issue on the other side, it's sorted out together. Everyone talks. Because at the end of the day, when we talk about blended families, when we talk about being together and raising a sane, a half-decent human beings, people who are relatively stable, because nobody is completely stable, and that is life. People who are somehow will come out and will go into adulthood with some semblance of sanity. We are now living in a world where the divorce rate is approaching 50%, and in some cases
and it's still climbing.
And this is just divorce rates. This is not relationships that people come together, have children, and leave each other. Do you get me? So we're talking about a bigger number. We're talking about children who are being raised in single-parent families. We're talking about children who are being raised in blended families. You know what I mean? Where mom has a family here, dad has a family there, and I as a person I have to come in somewhere in here. And only in raising our children and talking to them and talking to the other parent and finding a way of finding a common ground. And your common ground is your child.
Is your child. you have to stay sane for this one weekend for this child. Oh, trust
You know,
me.
I can't stand you, but when it comes to our child, I will do everything in my power to make that child feel that everything is as sane as possible.
Exactly.
Because normal is the wrong word. Normal is relative.
Normal is no here, no there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because normal is relative to everyone.
Because maybe normal, we'll come lelewa kwa nyumba yenye watu fight every day, watu wanatukanana. That is normal to you.
Yeah.
Unaona? So
Yeah. But it's when we talk about and to single parents, especially, please, and when you meet someone new, let it be known that I have a relationship with my child and my previous partner, because that relationship is going nowhere until this child is,
if they decide to
grown.
get married and nini,
Not
because you
even-
can imagine
yeah.
if it's a girl or a boy,
Yeah.
okay, whichever child,
yes,
itafika hiyo siku itakuwa ni maybe that child says, I want my father there,
Yes.
or I want my mother there.
yes,
You still have a couple of many more meetings to see
Yeah.
this partner until
yeah.
later on.
But actively,
Yeah.
you have until this child
Until
is
he's
18
imagine.
to be together, to co-parent. You don't have to be sleeping together. You don't have to be doing any of that stuff to raise a child
Long distance
together.
nanny.
For me, the biggest thing is, as a single mother, especially single moms, because most of the time it's the moms who are left raising the kids. If you have bile towards your baby daddy, please, please, please,
It's not worth it.
unless that guy is abusive to your child or to yourself, and this is then harming your child,
Yeah.
please, let us find a way of coexisting.
True.
Because at the end of the day, if we coexist, then our children grow up in a sane world. They become more wholesome humans.
Yeah.
They have the privilege of growing up with their siblings
Yep.
and knowing them, because one
That's
day
true.
we will be gone. And if nature takes its course, we are going to outlive our children.
It's true. It's true.
You know what I mean?
So what legacy do you want to leave?
Do you want to leave, and especially those of us who have a single child,
Yeah.
do you want to leave this child here,
Even.
even to Moja, when they have siblings out there that they could have the privilege of knowing?
Wachana na hao watoto ni watoto wa baba yako.
So what?
Hata huyu mtoto ni mtoto wa baba yake.
Exactly.
Acha ujinga.
You know what I mean?
Unaona?
And ladies, if a man has cheated and he has children out there, chances are that this other woman didn't even know he was with you.
Exactly, that's usually the case.
You know what I mean?
Because I'll come to you and tell you, oh, there I'm so single, nini. Or
Exactly.
even worse still, I'll meet a guy and then I'll tell him the way, Maza Joe's, my baby daddy is crap, sijui nini. Like I
Yeah.
just paint him in a bad light.
Yeah.
But yo,
Exactly.
well,
And
ujui
once-
labda wendo ulikuwa mbaya.
That's it. And once
Man.
children come into the world, we have to, as well,
Yeah.
as women especially,
Yeah.
we have to know that these children belong to that guy.
Yeah.
So they're siblings.
Yes.
They might be living in different houses, but if we can find a way of talking to each other, if we can find a way of raising these children together,
Yeah.
I know sometimes it's hard because you're dealing with the infidelity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's about the kids.
It's about the kids. You'll sort out your other issues later. Like he cheated.
Yeah.
Sawa. Whatever reason he had for cheating, sana, it's never you. Do not blame yourself for this.
100%.
He went out. He stepped out.
Yeah.
She stepped out
Yeah.
and cheated. It's
Yes.
never you.
Yeah.
Hiyo issue ya kucheat mtasort baadaye. Already kuna huyu mtoto anafaa kukula, anafaa kwenda shule, anafaa kureiziwa
Yeah.
vizuri.
Yeah.
If I may go the night Atieno way.
Yeah.
Huyu mtoto ni kama biashara. Huyu mtoto ni kama biashara. Lazima urudie. Again, like we said, you're going to wipe this child's bum until unaona, like
You
for
teach
months
them
and
how
months
to do it
unarudia
themselves.
utarudia.
Yeah.
And you can imagine if there's the finance section and then there's the nitwaje, which other section? Like there's different departments in
Yeah.
a business.
Yeah.
And if one is slacking
Yeah.
because the other one looks like it's doing well, for some whatever reason, this business would flourish.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's somebody who's sleeping on the job.
Yeah.
There's somebody, and by somebody sleeping on the job is now you, mom, or you, dad, poisoning the child
Yeah.
against the other parent.
Yeah, you're not
So,
working together
man,
towards
hizi
that.
branches zote lazima zishikane
Exactly.
ndio hii kitu iende juu.
That's it.
Unaona?
You have to be, there has to be some kind of cohesion.
Yeah.
You have to find a middle ground.
Yeah.
So that this little person, this human that you're raising, this person that you want to be this amazing person, lazima mumlee with a
do your best.
Exactly. Guys, whether you've been cheated on, whether you've cheated, whatever, let's just be honest, and especially where children are involved. Let us bring these children and raise them together. What kosa si kukosa, kosa ni kurudia kosa. You see what I mean? So this person has stepped out, now they have a kid out there. Now you know about this kid. Yes? You then as a person, as a parent also, you have to put your feelings of infidelity aside, your feelings of betrayal aside. It's hard, and if you need help, seek counseling. But at the end of the day, these children need to learn to know each other.
True.
It's really that simple. And sana, it's on us as mothers, because the fathers generally they won't follow it through. And there's some decent men out here who come out and be honest and say, I stepped out. Now I have a kid. Is there any possibility that we can involve this child in our life?
Immediately. When are we doing lunch?
Exactly. That's it.
Because you're like, you want to see this other child.
Exactly.
You want to kuna vitu mingi sa those questions you have in your head.
Let the kids know each other. You know, because the kids are innocent.
Exactly.
You know. And also, once relationships have broken up and you found a way to move on, let the other person move on. You see what I mean? Because I know of a case very recently of someone really nearly killing their ex-partner because they moved on. You've left her, you're not providing for the kids, you're not doing anything, but yet you don't want her to move on with her life. You don't want her to find love. You don't want her, and it's vice versa as well. This guy left, you left him. But the minute you hear with someone else,
chaos.
You know what I mean? It's always harder to walk away from people like this when you have children with them. However, if they're abusive, that is grounds to leave them. That is grounds to stay away from them. That nobody has a right to see their kids if they're going to be abusing the mother of their kids, because abusing the mother of your kids, especially in front of your kids, is tantamount to abusing your children.
True. Because you don't care, you don't care what's happening to these children, because you're messing with them mentally. And they're seeing this happening in front of them. These children are going to be scarred. Watabeba hii memory mbaya, because for some weird reason we always tend to remember bad things and carry them along for a very long time. So you can imagine this child maybe walks into a relationship knowing that this is what my dad used to do, and unfortunately maybe mom used to allow it because anaka, I'm staying for the kids. No.
But guys, what?
No.
Ladies, hey, Lamek Owino Onguru, karibu sana.
Good morning.
So, as a parting shot, let's just say that let's love ourselves, let's respect ourselves, let's respect our partners enough to be honest with them. And once a relationship is over, let's not be those people who cling on in a negative way. Let's be the people who are the change we want to see in this world. Let us be that person who, against all odds, says, yes, I want to be comfortable. I want to feel like my child is part of something. But I'm not going to do it in a negative way. I'm going to do it in a positive way. This other person has moved on. Maybe they have children somewhere else. Move on too. Find your peace. If you were the one who did wrong, if you're the one who left, find your peace, forgive yourself, and know that there is love after love.
Oh, it's true. It's true. Because with this person, for you to actually lay down and actually create this child, at some point it worked for you guys. Yani it was on, it was late until kakazima.
Hera no poto.
Yeah. So actually, I think what I'd like to say to ladies out here. Take your time. Fine, he cheated. You left. Whatever happened. Kuna huyu mtoto wako hapa. Sana ikipata the guy moved on or the lady moved on and they have a new family. They're raising other children. Mimi kama AfroFabb ati tumeka chini tumeenda tukajuana nipate umdema nasikizana na mtoto wangu. Kono pali self-love in a plug-in.
I know.
Inakwani,
when do you want this?
you want these ones for the weekend or for the week? You can have them, Nani. Because you can imagine. Because as a parent, most times as parents, we forget to take care of ourselves.
Yes.
Because you're busy, you're like, ajakunywa maji, ajava sweater, ajava socks, I need to prepare. Sometimes you just need 2 minutes out, and sometimes 2 minutes are 2 weeks. You just need 2 minutes out.
Yeah.
And you can imagine there's this other parent that can take care of my children as well as I take care of hers.
That's
or
it.
his. Not
Yeah.
So don't fight it.
Yeah.
Do not fight it. It's not always a bad thing. Fine, tulilelewa na mpaka tukasoma vitabu tukiambia mama wa kambo. Mama wa kambo probably yeye alikuwa na noma zake, labda yeye alikuwa ameshikilia tu bail huko, labda the guy cheated or something happened or something just happened, so akakuwa na ile ubaya. Unaona, let's not carry it, because now we are more informed. We've done our homework. Maybe we are what do you call it, products of circumstances. Let's not let those circumstances what do you call it, dictate where we're heading to. Sindio, because the other mom maybe probably alishindwa ku get any more babies. So whatever happened. Maybe better the bottom line, but it stopped being about you the moment that child was brought onto this earth. So do your best. Introduce these children, sit them down, let them know ule ni bradhako, ule ni sistako, uyu ni nani, uyu ni nani. Those mothers, those daddies, unajua, make it work. Communication.
That's it. It's the key.
It's a big small thing. Like ni kitu kidogo, cause you can imagine those white lies. It's not worth it.
And obfuscating is a lie. If you scatter around the truth, it's still a lie.
It's still a lie.
So it calls on your integrity. However, I can just say that, guys, whatever happens in relationships, don't give up. Never ever give up. Because at the end of the day, there's someone out there. I don't believe in, not I don't believe in, but forever after is overrated. It's overrated. If you meet someone today and you're together for 10 good years, and then all of a sudden it's not working, it's becoming a toxic thing, you've tried everything, it's
become
still
stale.
not working. Not stale, toxic. If you're now not growing, neither of you is growing, because there's a lot of bile, there's a lot of water under the bridge, you're both drowning. If that is happening, then when it's time to leave, just talk to each other and live in peace. And especially when you've got kids, and even if it ends badly, find a way, find a middle ground where you can meet. But most importantly, don't give up on love. Don't give up on meeting someone else. And when you meet other people, please do not punish them for the sins of your past.
Leave your past in the past. Wachana naye huko kuliko. Pick your lessons, run with them.
That's it.
Don't punish other people for, hey, jujana nilianguka hata pia. Your past is there.
That's
where it belongs. Pick the lessons, and songa nazo mbele. At least you'll protect yourself better.
That's it. All I can say is, for me, as a parting shot, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself. Know that it's about the kids mostly. And where there is a blended situation, do your best as a person to remember that it's not about you, it's about the kids. And most importantly, do not give up on love, because everyone finds it, you will find it, you found it once, you'll find it again. Go on without carrying the past with you. And love like you never loved before.
Love as hard as you can.
You dive like that water is warm, it's perfect temperature every time. Get hot, get up again, dust yourself off, love again. Every time, just love again like it's your first time. And I promise you, your life will be so much richer for it. So much richer. Hapo kwenye hiyo story Night Atieno out.
Mimi yangu ni fupi na ni tamu. Learn how to communicate better. Start with yourself, then spread it out to the rest. Anza kujiambia wewe. Tell nice words to yourself, call yourself out. Communicate, jite meeting, jite kwa boardroom ujiambia wewe. Fab, acha ujinga. Hapa ungefanya hivi lakini ulifanya hivi lakini unaweza correct. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Unaona, jiambie. Learn to communicate, because I've realized, okay, according to me, that's the biggest thing that's causing a lot of misunderstanding out here. Because you'd find there's some breakups zenye zingekuwa avoided kama tu tungeongea, tungediscuss story, ingekuwa better. Umtoi angekutrust better kama kuna tu vile ungemwambia. So learn to communicate to whoever it is, but start with yourself, then spread it out to the rest. AfroFabb out.
Hi guys, thank you so much.
Sorry. Awashes, aliwachiwa show. Good morning, Nelly Osunga Machole.
Come over on Friday to Kasirike, right? So we're here again on Wednesday talking about business, and on Friday with our Makasiriko edition. This Friday you really do not want to miss it, and on Wednesday as well we'll be talking about many topics, including but not exclusive to. We're going to be talking about the money blueprint. We're going to be talking about working hard versus working smart, and building those networks. We will give you the topics for Friday on Wednesday, so join us again Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Yes,
Business matters, Biashara matters. 9 a.m. East African time, aka
It's
so Mimi kama Night Atieno and yeye kama
AfroFabb.
We're out.
See you on Wednesday.